I'm Adventure Man, Ron Spellman. Thanks for joining me as I fill my life with adventure and show you how to do it too. You can find all my videos on YouTube as Adventure Man USA. I'm also on Facebook as @AdventureManUSA and Instagram as #AdventureManUSA. So my girlfriend Daria and I are just finishing up our trip to Germany. We've already been to Heidelberg and the Black Forest. There's still lots more to go. So join us on the rest of our travels in Germany. So for the next part of our travels in Germany, we left from the Black Forest, the city of Freudenstadt, and truth be told, I don't even know how we went. We went through a bunch of tiny towns and little back roads until we hit Route A8, the Autobahn. Now, I used to think that the Autobahn was a specific road in Germany, but it turns out Autobahn pretty much just means the freeway. So any of the main freeways in the country, that's the Autobahn. And it's true, most of it doesn't have a speed limit. You can drive as fast as you feel you safely can. There are parts that have a speed limit, and they have a pretty hefty fine. But in any case, in about 4 hours, we made it all the way over to the city of München, or Munich. That's where we spent the whole weekend. Our visit to Munich began at the Marienplatz, a central plaza bordered by the enormous Rathaus, or City Hall, on one side, and on all other sides by beautiful old buildings like this bell tower. The plaza is filled with fountains and statues, and the Rathaus itself is completely covered in sculpture. It's like a fever dream in stone of dragons, heroes, gargoyles, and a vast multitude of saints and kings. But the best part happens 2 or 3 times a day, when the church bells chime and the Glockenspiel, a gigantic cuckoo clock, comes to life. This clockwork wonder commemorates the wedding of Wilhelm II, one of the city's most famous rulers. It depicts a celebration full of buglers and nobles, and even jousting knights. Every day the plaza is packed full of visitors from all over the world. And every day the delightful show captures imaginations and it draws all eyes skyward. Munich is a large, bustling, modern city. But of course, we were most interested in the historical monuments, the beautiful old churches, and the residence. This sprawling palace was the seat of power for generations of Bavaria's rulers. Most of our day was spent here, learning about the region's history and just feeling amazed at all the treasures and artworks in its halls. I got so many photos, I can't possibly show them all in this episode, so be sure to check out my Instagram page, #AdventureManUSA, and also my Facebook page, @AdventureManUSA, to see my photos and to get a feel for this incredible place. For dinner, we went to the world-famous Hofbrauhaus. It may have been the most fun part of the whole trip. This traditional German beer hall is enormous, but it's so popular, the wooden tables and benches get crowded quickly, and you have to sit wherever you can find an open spot. Over my shoulder here, you can see the safe deposit boxes where the regulars keep their beer steins. How cool is that? And not only is the beer good here, but the food too. These cheese pretzels are Daria's favorite. But the best part is rubbing elbows with the other diners. The guy next to you might be a stranger at first, but after a couple 3 pints of beer, you'll be great friends. After our weekend visit in Munich, we knew that we wanted to go see the famous fairy tale castles of Ludwig II down in the Alps. And a quick drive of an hour or two brought us to the scenic town of Oberammergau, which is right near everything that we wanted to go see. This is our hotel here in Oberammergau. It's called the Zum Kirchenbauer. And Kirche means church, so it's probably this here. But this is our view right in the parking lot. We're right at the foot of the German Alps, and let me tell you, this is unbelievably beautiful here. So here in the town of Oberammergau, some of the things they're most famous for are these beautiful painted buildings. They're practically illustrated. I mean, the whole story of Hansel and Gretel is right on this building right here. Red Riding Hood's right down the street. They're absolutely beautiful. Each one's a work of art. The other thing they're well known for is a passion play about the Passion of Christ that they put on. It's very well known, very famous. But these buildings, I think they're almost as beautiful as the mountains surrounding this whole place. Absolutely incredible. So we're headed up into the German Alps on the way to see two castles, Castle Linderhof, Castle Neuschwanstein. Now, obviously, the road's going to go up and up a bit here into the mountains, and it's starting to snow. So in true Adventure Man tradition, I'm going to be driving in the Alps in the snow. The roads here in Germany are really good, and this is a pretty direct, well-traveled route, so I don't foresee too many problems, but we'll keep on our toes, huh? All right. So we made it to Schloss Linderhof, Castle Linderhof. This is the approach to the ticket office. Now it's coming down. Well, at least the drive wasn't too bad. They wouldn't let me take the camera inside the palace, but I did get to take the tour. Man, it is beautiful. It's a small place. This is the actual palace here. It's full of gold. And Ludwig II, the king here, obsessed with the arts and music and all beautiful things. And he built himself this tiny little palace full of perfect things. Now it's time to move on to the next. Not exactly James Bond, but man, this is a windy road. Those are proper mountains.
How about the castle?
Huh?
The castle.
What am I missing?
You're missing the castle.
Turn left onto Kornwalmstraße.
Oh.
So we made it to the foot of Neuschwanstein Castle. Start from the little town of Neuschwanstein. It's full of cute little tourist traps and restaurants and a couple hotels, that kind of thing. You can take a carriage if you want, or we're gonna do a different kind of hoofing to get up there. Shanks Mare, baby, all the way. That's how the neighbors live. Well, at least they keep the neighborhood up, right? I don't know what's happening in this place. Man, it smells like donuts here. Yeah, donuts. Or the next best thing. They smell amazing. Danke. Okay. So not a lot of people realize this, but Castle Neuschwanstein is directly next door to the cliff that the dwarves chucked the evil witch off of in Snow White. Yeah. There it is. So, it's time to find our tour group. Then we get to go inside the castle. From what I understand, only 6 of the rooms are really open to the public. The castle wasn't finished in the time of Ludwig II. He died before it could be finished. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take you in there with me. So the castle was beautiful inside. We got to see 21 rooms. There was even the beginnings of Ludwig's own private opera hall in there. The walls were lined with all paintings. The whole castle was dedicated to Richard Wagner, who was a friend of King Ludwig's. All the paintings on the walls were scenes from Wagner's operas. It was like walking through a fairy tale storybook. It was really impressive. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can see all the paintings and get an idea of what it was like in there. But to see it in person, man, there's winding staircases and secret passages, and man, it was awesome. It was like out of The Princess Bride or something. Pretty awesome. After seeing the castles, it was almost time to go home. So we took another 4-hour Autobahn ride up to the city of Wurzburg for our last night in Germany. So our Germany trip is going to end here in the city of Wurzburg. It's not far from Frankfurt, which is from where we're going to fly home. Standing on the old Main Bridge. It's funny because the way they say Main here, it sounds like man. And I thought they said it was the Old Man Bridge because there's all these statues of these old guys. Yeah, no, it's not the Old Man Bridge. Anyways, just like everywhere else in Germany, there's castles and beautiful buildings and tons of history. You know, as Americans, we kind of lose sight of the fact that our country is very young. You know, we're proud of having 250 years. Some of these cities have been here 1,000 years or longer, and there's just so much to see and do and experience in Europe. So I want to thank you for traveling around Germany with me. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Adventure Man USA. I'm Adventure Man, Ron Spellman. So long for now.